You can just move any props you have off your mat. Actually, you probably won't need many props today. You could have some pillows nearby for the end of class. When you're ready, just come to a comfortable seat, either cross-leg or on the knees. And allow the eyes to close down. Think about grounding down through the tailbone and sitting up tall. Palms are face up on the knees. Let's roll the shoulders up to the ears and set them down the back. Today we'll practice a breath that comes from the Zen tradition. It starts at the base of the tailbone, and you'll think about a light or energy built up in this area by the tailbone. And as you inhale, think about that light and energy traveling up the spine with the breath, all the way up to the crown of the head. And at the crown of the head, just pause as you breathe all the way in. And as you exhale, imagine the light and the energy falling in front of you just like a big waterfall. Exhaling it all out, falling down the body, looping around back to the tailbone. And continue that pattern. So inhaling up from the tailbone, up the spine, all the way to the crown of the head. Exhale down the front of the body. Press all the air out of the body, pressing navel to spine. Continue that pattern. It might be a big loop for you, or it might just travel to the exact spots on the body. Whatever you can envision that works for you.
Oh yeah.
With the big old teeth.
Yeah, and claws.
The German Shepherd friend.
Yep. Oh, Drew.
And as you continue this breath pattern, you can slow the breath down if it isn't already, deepening the breath, sending the air further down in the body on the inhales. And take one more deep breath all the way in and out. return to normal breathing. You can continue to keep the inhales and exhales deeper and longer.
That should make your blood pressure.
That'll run down your leg.
It isn't.
Allow the eyes to begin to blink open. Move the fingers. Roll through the wrists. And then let's tilt the head from side to side. We'll first tilt the head to the right. Let's actually reach it back, crown of the head back. And then roll to the right side. You can even take your right hand and place it on the head for a little bit of a counterweight. I guess that would just be a weight, huh? Press the head back up to center. Let's take it back. And then roll the crown of the head over to the left. Stretching through the neck. Same option here with the opposite hand. Inhale back to center. We'll take some rolling over the knees and over the sacrum. Use the hands on the knees for some support. Pause to breathe into any space that's feeling particularly tight. And then change direction on your circle. Awesome. Come back to center. Just shake that out. Let's roll the shoulders a bit. Up and back. Roll them forward. Do whatever you need to feel evened out here. And then we'll take the right foot into the left thigh, left leg extended. And square the torso over the extended leg. Inhale, arms up. Stretch up. And then exhale, fold over the leg. Feel free to keep a bend in this extended knee if that feels good. Just reaching down the leg wherever the hands end up is fine. And then eventually you can round the spine and let the head relax a bit. Inhale, lifting up halfway. Exhale to refold. Inhale, come all the way back up. Turn the torso toward the bent leg. Inhale, right arm up. And then side bend over the extended leg. Think about turning the heart toward the sky. Inhale, reaching back up. And let's change the legs to the opposite side. Square the torso over the extended right leg. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, reach the crown of the head forward as you fold. Okay to keep a micro bend in the extended knee. Simply notice the two sides on your body. What feels one way on one side might feel quite different on the other. Just acknowledge that. No judgment necessary. Let's inhale to lift halfway. Exhale, refold over the leg. You'll inhale all the way back up. Turn the torso toward the bent leg. And then reach up with the left hand. Exhale for a side bend. Again, turn the heart up toward the ceiling.
You alive?
Yeah, really.
And then you'll inhale out of that. Beautiful. Shake the legs out. You can bring the soles of the feet together. Think about taking the flesh from the butt and then moving it back in space a bit, sitting down on your sit bones. Knees can come as wide as you'd like. Think about sitting up tall. Use the hands on the feet for leverage. Let's take one breath in here. And then exhale, fold just as much as you can. It might not be that much. Feel the stretch in the inner thigh and the groin. You could use the elbows to press into the inner thighs for a bit of a massage. And you'll come all the way back up to center. We're going to move to standing. We're going to move through a flow and then spend some time at the end for restoration. So I'd like you to come up into a yogi squat. Feet are a bit wide. See if you can get your heels down or near the floor. And press the elbows into the thighs. And think about sitting up tall. And if your heels don't reach the floor and you're up on the balls of your feet, that works. We won't be here for too long. But see where you can find ease in this pose. See if you can release the muscles in the pelvic floor. See if you can release the muscles in the face as you take a deep breath in through the nose and exhale it out the mouth. Where does this pose help you find some opening? And take the right hand down, left arm will stretch up. Exhale, left arm down, right arm up. Exhale down, beautiful. Let's fold over the legs, straightening through the legs, coming to a standing forward fold, Uttanasana. Again, knees can bend and rock on the feet, up to the balls of the feet, back to the heels. See if you can let the head go and just sway from side to side. Shaking the head, yes and no. And then you'll inhale, lifting up halfway, extending through the crown of the head. Exhale to fold. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up. And then exhale them down to heart center. close the eyes for a moment in standing. Just simply notice how you feel. And then from the top of your mat, you're going to extend, sending the right foot back. The back heel will be, or back foot at a 45-degree angle. Let's bring a bend to the front knee. Front toes pointing forward. You're coming into warrior two. And in this pose, think about the front bent knee just behind or just above the ankle, so not in front of the ankle, pointed toward the pinky toe. Back foot is grounded, and the side long edge of the foot is glued into the mat. Squeeze the shoulder blades together.
We go at 8:15 instead.
Use the core to hold you up. Let's reach it forward, bringing the elbow down to the knee, sending the top arm in line with the back leg for side angle. See if you can take a little weight out of the left elbow on the knee. Grounding down from your stable base, and just like we started, turning the heart up toward the sky. Inhale back to warrior two. And then you'll pivot forward into a high lunge, facing the front of your mat. And here's where we'll integrate what we did last time. We're going to shift the weight forward, send the back foot up in the air, coming into a warrior three, working on balance. This is our last class in May, I think. And we are going to be finishing out the month thinking about how we are balanced, body, mind, and spirit. Arms can continue to extend long. See if you could reach the foot up a little more. You could also reach the arms back like Superman arms or wings. Breathing in, noticing where you feel this. Send your air to any places where the energy feels blocked. Inhale, come back down to a high lunge, reaching up. Let's open back up to warrior two. And this time, let's reach forward and reverse the warrior. Inhale, side angle. Exhale, warrior two. And then come back to warrior two. Awesome. And all we'll do here is switch the feet. You're going to pivot to the back of your mat, bringing a bend now into the new front leg. Gaze over the front arm, over the front fingertips. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. And again, tracking the front knee toward the pinky toe. You'll reach forward, bring the elbow to knee, and then reach the left arm up and overhead. Coming to a big diagonal, breathing into the side body here. See if you could take a little weight out of that front elbow that's on the knee. Inhale back to warrior two. And again, we're going to pivot toward the back of your mat, which is the new front, moving into a high lunge. So square the hips to the short edge of the mat. And we'll move into warrior three. So do this in your own time. Lift the foot any amount. It doesn't have to be very much. And if you fall out, just come back in again. If you fall out and you think it's funny, feel free to laugh. Shift the weight forward. Send the arms forward. Reach the top foot back, almost like you're pressing into whatever wall or side of your house is behind you. Reaching back with that foot. Maybe you lift it a little bit more. You can change the placement of the arms. Drawing into the midline of the body, really rooting down with that grounded foot. One more big breath in and out. And on your next inhale, reaching it down, sending the arms up, opening back up to warrior two. And then we'll inhale, reach forward, reverse the warrior. Breathe into your side body. Inhale, up to warrior two and then down into side angle. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle. And then we'll inhale up to center. Squeeze the shoulder blades one last time. And then make the feet parallel. Hands at the hips. Hands can be at the hips or they can be interlaced behind you, rolling the shoulders back. And then feet are parallel or slightly pigeon-toed. You're facing the long edge of your mat. Inhale, either send the hands down and the crown of the head up or just the crown of the head up. Exhale, begin to fold. Allow yourself to fully relax into this forward fold.
It could be real, and they just artificially added a coat, glasses, and had them because they were tapping on the glass.
Notice what you can let go here.
That one looks like you, honey.
Yeah.
Notice what allows you to feel balanced here.
Very shiny shirt.
And gray hair.
If your hands are clasped, I'll ask you to lift all the way back up using your core. Reclasp the hands in the opposite way behind the back. Roll the shoulders down and back. Inhale. And then exhale to fold once more. Think about squeezing the palms together behind you. Feel free to shake the head, yes and no. If the hands are clasped, you can release them down. And then you'll lift, coming all the way back up to standing, everyone this time. Take a big step forward. Allow yourself to kind of, maybe we should just shake that out. Feels good. And then we'll heel toe the feet out to mat width. You'll come back down into a yogi squat. Malasana. Press the elbows into the knees. Ground down through the feet and think about reaching up with the crown of the head. Take a big breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. And you'll reach the arms forward, roll back onto the sit bones, and you're going to come into a brief boat pose. This is where you balance on the sit bones. Shins are parallel to the floor, big toes are together, hands can be behind the thighs, and think about really sitting up tall, collarbones back, making yourself into like a V shape. If you'd like, you can take the hands off the knees or the thighs and just reach them forward. And you're drawing in through the core here. You can make this harder by extending up through the legs. You may start to shake. That just means you're getting stronger. Take 2 more big breaths in and out. One more. And then as you inhale, release all the way down to the ground. Beautiful. Stretch it up overhead. You bring the feet in halfway. Counter stretch maybe by coming into a brief bridge pose. Pressing the hips up toward the sky. Feet are grounded down. And then you'll begin to roll it all the way down. Take any final movement here that you need, maybe bringing the knees in, rocking on the sacrum, or coming into a happy baby, grabbing the big toes or the sides of the feet, reaching the feet toward the sky. Allow yourself to come all the way down to the back. If you'd like, you can bring the soles of the feet together and allow the knees to splay out for your Shavasana. But take anything that feels right to you here. You could simply lay on the ground. I do have these blocks right here, so I am going to place them underneath my knees. Take a big breath in. Fill the belly with air. Hold it at the top for a couple of counts. And then open the mouth and let it all go. And let the lips close. Face soften. Body soft. Sinking into the floor beneath you. Allowing yourself to let it go. The soles of your feet are together. You can release them at this time.
A scaffold to hold my neck up. Okay.
can stay in your Shavasana for as long as you'd like. And if you have somewhere to be, you can begin moving through the hands and feet, opening through fingers and toes, wrists and ankles. Take a big stretch up overhead. Bringing the soles of the feet to the floor. Roll onto your right side. Keeping the eyes closed, use the hands to press yourself up to a comfortable seat. And then once you arrive, hands come to heart center. Thank you so much for sharing your practice today. Hope you have a wonderful day ahead. And you find ways to seek out balance on this week. Namaste.